Hey everyone, today I have 20 things only old Bloxburg players know about, so let's get right into it. 1. The old color palette. Before late 2019, the color palette looked like this. This was just as bad as it looks and almost impossible to use on mobile. Fortunately, this was changed to the current color palette in 2019, which is so much better. 2. Moods in the corner. Before 2019, your moods were in the corner of the screen by your money, just like in The Sims 4. Your avatar was also shown here. This was changed to the top of the screen in 2019 and took up less space. 3. The old main menu. This is the first screen you see when joining Bloxburg, and it has all these options. In 2020 and earlier, the main menu had a video background with different views of the map. It looks like this when you hit your GUI. I don't know exactly when or why this was changed, but now the main menu is a single view of the map. I personally miss the old main menu. I think it was more visually appealing. 4. Bloxburg being R6. For a short period of time, Bloxburg was R6 only instead of R15. R6 is a removed Roblox avatar option that looks like this. R15 is what every Roblox avatar is today, with more complex animations and movements. 5. Removed TV channels. In 2016 and 2017, Bloxburg had a Wheel of Fortune TV channel and a Nyan Cat channel. Both of these channels were removed in 2018. Bloxburg also had a Unicorn channel that was replaced with the Adventure channel in 2023. The cooking and news channels were also different before 2023. 6. Old pre-built houses. Bloxburg added a new pre-built house catalog in the spring of 2024. Before this, there were only 6 pre-built houses. 4 of these pre-builts were removed from Bloxburg forever. Only the starter house and cozy cottage stayed. The Bloxington mansion was especially popular in early Bloxburg, since having it meant you were rich. 7. Blush houses. These became popular in 2019 and were literally everywhere in 2020. They had lots of pink and linen with clutter and cute decorations. French Roses made a blush modern mansion build that made the style blow up. There was at least one of these houses in every server. If you played in 2020, you probably had a blush house yourself too. 8. Bloxburg moms. Like blush houses, these players were everywhere in 2020. They all had a quote-unquote aesthetic avatar. They usually had a Bloxburg family and did roleplay similar to Itzakila, who was really popular for her family roleplay series. 9. No basic shapes. Before late 2020 and early 2021, building was limited to the pre-made items in build mode. We didn't have any basic shapes, structurals, or transparent decals. Builds were less realistic and more fun and colorful. When basic shapes were added, they changed building forever. Houses slowly got more realistic and detailed every year. 10. Bloxburg being paid access. Before summer of 2024, Bloxburg cost 25 Robux to play. Most players remember this, however, if you joined recently, you might not have known. There was a lot of negativity before Bloxburg became free, because most players wanted it to stay paid access. When it finally became free though, it wasn't that eventful and most new players quit fast. There was a big spike in players on the day it became free, and then it just went downhill and back to its normal player count. 11. Work in progress message. Before Bloxburg became free in 2024, this message showed up whenever you joined Bloxburg, explaining that gameplay isn't final and bugs may occur. 12. Bloxburg protests. In 2024, the Bloxburg community was upset about the low pay update that also came with fainting and towing fees. This update was fixed in the fall of 2024, but before that, there were tons of protests against this update. Even popular YouTubers like Creekcraft joined and encouraged the protests. There was even a UGC item. I don't think any other Roblox game has had protests like this before, and it definitely helped change Bloxburg for the better. 13. The old map. Over time, the Bloxburg map has changed a lot. It's about to change even more when we get the map revamp soon. Before 2023, the gym, beach, and observatory looked different and much older. Before 2018, Bloxburg didn't have a highway and the map was smaller. The city hall doors also used to be closed and didn't have the library they do now. There are plenty of other changes the map has had over time. These are just a few. 14. Bloxburger explosion. Before the summer of 2023, Bloxburger looked completely different. It exploded and set on fire during the summer to tease its revamp. There was a temporary food truck for people to work at across the street. Shortly after, Bloxburger was renovated into the building we have today. The previous job was completely overhauled. The new job introduced multiple tasks and became one of the highest paying jobs in Bloxburg. 15. Pizza baker and janitor jobs. In 2018 and 2019, most players worked one of these two jobs. They were simple and easy to do and made decent amounts of money. In 2019 and 2020, pizza delivery took over every other job since players found out how much money you got per pizza. 16. Honesty tests. These were a YouTube trend in 2018 and 2019. People would ask others if they wanted to be paid back for something when they didn't actually owe the other person anything. Many people lied to get free money, then they were quote-unquote exposed by the YouTuber recording. This is a dead trend today that only older players will know about. 17. Break-in challenges. These were another popular YouTube trend in 2019 and 2020. People would break into others' houses and troll them. This got so popular that everyone started doing it in public servers. You can still break into houses today, but it's not a trend anymore. 18. Babies could drive cars. In 2020, Bloxburg added the highly requested option to become a baby. Later on, a secret was discovered that babies could actually drive cars. If you went to the Styles hair studio, you could change your age while you were driving a car to a baby. Afterward, you'd still be driving the car despite normally not being able to. This was eventually fixed, so you can't do it anymore. 19. Money glitches. Bloxburg has had multiple money glitches over time. You shouldn't do them since you risk getting banned. However, old players will remember the popularity of orange tree farms, the starter house glitch, the erase game data glitch, and more. Orange tree farms weren't technically a money glitch, and you couldn't get banned from them, but they used to make tons of money before they were nerfed. Most old players tried an orange tree farm at some point in 2020. And 20. Blocking the road. In 2020, Anix came up with a building hack to make working gates in Bloxburg. People used this to block the road using a ton of crates. You could even block other people's plots with this glitch. Unfortunately, this was quickly fixed and you can't do this anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. Anyway, that is going to be all for this video. Comment how long you've been playing Bloxburg for down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.